at all. And I was going to say Electronic looked brilliant yesterday in the pit on Inferno, but it was made very easy for him. I favored Na'Vi. Dan went for the DDK went for the DDT, I guess you could say, in the 1 versus 8. He's the only one to pick Liquid.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough
I don't know if he has any solid proof for that.
Well, we'll have to find out, Matthew.
It could just go up like a gas.
Time will tell. As you get into round number 1, it's going to be 4 sets of armor for Na'Vi. They've got all their players towards the A side of the map. Focusing on middle, good flashbang coming through. Nitro have a chance to find a few headshots there, but can't connect anything just yet. He probably does start to hit shots now, which he does. Takes down 1. Zeus will back him up, and this is looking very good for Team Liquid. A clean sweep, all headshots with those USPs. Very well done. Fast rotations from the big bomb site. Nitro to hold them at bay and deny the plants. Great work and a good start in this best of 1 for Team Liquid. The North American side, certainly the underdogs with Zeus playing. Although don't let that fool you. He is holding his own, as they mentioned on the desk as well. He's not just rolling over and just dropping guns. He is finding kills and actually had a massive clutch against GG yesterday.
These two teams played each other last week in the qualifying stage, the round of 24 stage as well. And remember, I said if Zeused.
Well, that's what in the interview.
I would shave my head.
Liquid Zeus did say his objective today is to Zeus.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did say.
Did I miss that? I was just in the bathroom.
Yeah, he did mention that. He said
did he say that he strictly did it for me?
No.
Oh, well, I don't like him then.
But that's one of his main objectives today. So we'll see whether he can pull that off. We'll get into round number 2. Like we said, no bomb was planted there. So this will be a chance for Na'Vi to force buy into this round. They'll have Deagles and CZ's armor as well. Na'Vi Zeus, this is going to be a little bit confusing. We'll try and be specific when calling out their name. We'll have Peter15 no armor. He opts for grenades instead. But flashbangs available, and we'll see whether the firepower of Team Liquid, 2 for masses, and MP9s will come on top. Ooh, good damage to Edward at the very start, down to 29 HP. I think that was a scout that hit him. That'll be JDM hovering around middle. Indeed, it was.
Well, if he's making it his objective, I might be in for some trouble. Just starting to grow my hair again, Henry.
Well, we'll see if it comes in first. I think it's a tall order to buy the Zeus first place and find him specifically. It's
both Zeuses are capable of doing it, though.
It's true.
So Edward tagged early, as you said. Great start, Liquid in the pistol round. Gives them something to build upon, and EW Zeus, Liquid Zeus, will be jumping from sandbags to try and spot toward the short tunnel to make sure no one's working in toward the water. Lee's just going to slowly push out toward front bathrooms again, too, with smoke down in that position. See if anyone is lurking in that direction, and having gone through the smoke, not spotting anyone, hearing some commotion over toward B, or at least the information that there is commotion over toward B, he'll slip around behind them. Connector, door closed, means he's got to make noise to open it. He's going to just go with it. Finds the first one easily. Liege takes down Na'Vi Zeus, but Flamey's followed up. It's Twist now that has the side of the site to make do. Nitro's bailed him out by getting in position on Cat to get 2. And Liquid find their second round.
They do indeed. Well held towards the B bomb site. No bomb planted once again. It's going to be a full eco now from Na'Vi. They try and split towards the B bomb site. Short and Monster. Got a couple of frags taking down Lee towards that connector, but overall quite comfortable there for Liquid. And no chance of that bomb being planted at all. Only 2 frags picked up for Na'Vi so far, and they're both courtesy of Flaming. As you can see here with the CZ through the smoke, takes down the coach. We should just make sure we drive that point home. He is standing in for Team Liquid. Steele, the young Brazilian player, former Immortals tenure, cannot attend the event due to valve ruling. As we get into this next round, it should be quite a simple process for JDM to find some kills here. He'll take some damage though and have to fall back. He probably gets rocked here as he spots a couple more. He is very careful not to go down. He does manage to fire off a couple more shots, but he will survive.
Good find from Zeus to take down Edward. Nitro takes on Electronic, turns around, Zeus behind, so too is Flamey, however, and he's not doing that. So eventually he will expire, and Liege makes up for it. Good start for Liquid. This is encouraging. I know there's no guns yet for Na'Vi, but they still look in good form and hitting shots.
Fighting 3-0 against a team with Simple and his Deagle is no easy task. So that's good news, absolutely. But this is where the game begins. No Simple Orb, but don't let that fool you. That's not really a factor here. Simple can be one of the world's best players, AK or AWP. In terms of utility, it's okay. Simple investing a little bit too much in the previous rounds. Yes, AK armor. But maybe that's a good thing. Let's keep that gun in his hand and then run around and cause chaos. For AWP JDM, he'll be positioned towards B-bombs. I believe he's being boosted towards short right now. Looking at the short pipe, seeing if he can open things up. And no one will be challenging it just yet. Most players will flash this position where he's standing right now. He's actually on the head of his teammates, which I believe is Zeus. Indeed it is. So he'll just be focusing there. It can be a little bit troublesome. You have no one on the connector, like they do right now. The door can just fly open and you can be taken down. That's why he's kind of nervously looking towards that area.
Tries to swing out. JDM gets the shot instead. Simple easily wins the duel with the AK. That'll give them space. JDM's flashed off as well. Drops inside of the pit. Thankfully, keeps himself alive. Tagged to 12, but alive. AWP means he can go aggressive as well. He's on the ramp. Any damage would suffice to take him down, but he wants an angle. He's going to hold the left side of the pillar. That allows both the Legion and Nitro to focus on the right, down toward Monster. Good position from JDM. What a retake from Liquid. Patience from JDM especially.
Really enjoyed that, actually. JDM, you're absolutely right there. Didn't actually give anything away. Goes under low HP, plays a very safe defensive angle where his teammates rotate in. They allow the bomb to go down, that's fine. And they come in together. They buy enough time. Na'Vi do not punish the fact that JDM stuck in towards a water position with just 10 HP. And he will find the killing blow there. Bomb planted, and maximum loss spend his next round. He's still combined for this one. Here's a Legion, that great retake. Still way too much space for him. That's the lack of utility for Team Na'Vi there. And a few more flashbangs, a smoke extra perhaps, then maybe they could have really held that one off. But too many open areas of the bomb side there for Liquid to retake and work together and coordinate their attack. So Na'Vi taking a pause right now. Certainly hasn't been their best tournament. This team has been disappointing overall. Whole of 2017 was a complete nightmare for them. Then removing Guardian, or a transfer if you will, towards FaZe. Very positive for Guardian, not so much for Na'Vi. They then brought in Electronic, bringing back Zeus as well. We thought that was to be the perfect package. The tactics of Zeus, the current major champion from Krakow, and the firepower of Electronic, but it just doesn't seem to be coming together in the way everyone expected.
The underpass with Simple trying to work his way in. Elise takes down Zeus. So Simple on an AK. Fought around with armor.
This is what we call that tactical purchase. Simple does this a lot. He'll get the AK-47. His teammates will just upgraded pistols and partial buy. He normally can cause absolute chaos in this sort of buy, but looks like Zeus and Co have shut it down. Nice work with the MP9. JDM holds strong towards the connector. And now Simple for the HP. Still has the AK-47. As you can see, he lets that be heard loud and clear.
Good angle to have as well. JDM's gun's down at the top of the stairwell. Confidence to go for it, however. More so because Zeus is also in the underpass, and if Electronic thinks he's going to take the bomb that direction, Zeus will have other plans for him with the MP9. The other direction. The problem is Zeus at that range. MP9, Simple's AK. You can see what it's worth now because they've got the man advantage. Electronic and Edward can both take guns available to them. Surprisingly, Edward hasn't. He's still pushing bathroom. Okay, take that back. Excuse me. He does have the AK now. So didn't see it bring that up. Simple's gotten twist. This is all over at this point in time. Just Nitro. Chansey holds it. No nades. Has a kit. They are working toward A. And Edward's far enough ahead that if he wins this duel cleanly, he could certainly make do, especially where everyone's lower on HP than he is. So the duels just have to be concise. You can hear Edward in the snipe. He doesn't know where he's going. And Edward's playing just enough of an angle that Nitro won't be able to take him down before they get there. Can't quite get the T-Bolt. Oh, I take it back. Bomb did go down, but Nitro got the shot nonetheless on Electronic. Unfortunately, the bomb going down is significant because Simple and Edward can both fall off to angles that are unfavorable for Nitro.
Yeah, he really had to deny that bomb. He's let himself down slightly, but he might be able to redeem himself here. Lovely shot towards Long. Simple low HP. He baits it out and he takes him down. Nitro continues that strong form he's shown throughout the tournament, and it looked like such a dicey round there for Liquid. A 5-on-3 advantage thrown away, but he manages to keep the morale high in the North American camp.
Timeout called immediately.
Absolutely. What a round. Well played, Nitro.
That was so well played for Nitro to bait out the last shot. Dodging the flash as well. The hit on Edward was brilliant. And Simple, despite having the AK to start it off, does such a tremendous job. You're right, he did leg him at the end, but can't hold off Nitro. 10 kills Nitro. He leads the way again. He's looked remarkable. Probably the best overall form in terms of impact I think he's ever had.
Yeah, it used to be him and Elise, the tag team duo, running around the map, causing chaos, but that dropped off significantly in 2017. His form was not as impressive, but this tournament, forget all that, he is back and looking unbelievable at times. Very well played. And the round, it felt like Liquid had thrown it all away, overextending, thinking the round was over, giving Simple opportunities to find shots. Twistman missing that sitter towards short. And now it's a technical pause.
Yeah, I was going to say, I called it that Na'Vi called it right away. It was actually called during the round, which indicates that it was technical. So they'll apparently sort things out quickly and we'll get back underway. So it's not Na'Vi melting down, if you will. Now, keep in mind, because they got the bomb down, they're on a maximum loss bonus. Even though they brought that one-man army, if you will, Gladiatory Simple with an AK, they'll still have money to purchase in this round. And Liquid should be aware of that, but see how they elect to go with it. They could easily bring out an AWP on the T side as well. Speaking of, JDM obviously will have his to work with yet again. I think Elige, I don't think Nitro got to the AWP that Simple had in Bathrooms after that round. I think Elige purchased that and threw it over.
It's 9k, so yeah, you'd assume so. So an expensive round, but still they win them. And considering Nitro is left in a 3 versus 1 there, they'll take that all day long. That was really touch and go. As Na'Vi now, I think we just have a PC restarting. That's about it. Won't take too long to get back into the action. As we have, well, the round will be restarted, Matt. So I don't think.
Right. Okay. Fair.
So there is a Krieg purchase. That's what Matt was pointing out. But I'm pretty sure the round will be restarted.
I was pointing it out silently. No one could see that, Henry. That was between you and I. Don't spoil this for everyone.
Yeah, it's true. We were broken the fourth wall there.
Can't tell you anything anymore.
The Krieg, that's a weapon, I guess, that can be spoken about.
Magisk Boy loves it.
Wow, we've commentated him so many times buying that weapon. I've never seen him really do anything.
I've seen him get like 3 kills with it.
Total, yeah. Like no one.
Snacks R8 and Magisk Krieg.
It's right, and Alo R8 as well. Alo's actually the top performer of the R8 statistically.
Not surprised. 10
kills, I think, in his lifetime. Very
Alo in-car, R8 Audi.
Exactly, right? That's what I've been saying. But yeah, the Krieg is $3,000. It used to be a lot more. So in this game, at least, it's viable, but no one really uses it.
Zeus wants to win this major so badly, he got the E-League logo tattooed on his neck.
That's true. He wants to show respect.
Battery's a big fan of Adidas or Machine. I don't know. They're all the same these days.
It does look like Machine's logo. You're right. Shout out to Alex. Total kills. Elysian Nitro, 17. Na'Vi were just 9 in total. It felt like that play from Simple. As we called it, the tactical purchase. Let's just explain that for a second. So when you have a star player on your squad, someone as strong as Simple, arguably one of the absolute most talented players on the entire planet, if you can't afford to buy, but you can go for a partial buy, your teammates will go down to about 2k, getting themselves like CZ body armor. He can afford AK and helmet. So that's going to be $3,700. His teammates then run around, set up the human shield, allow him to find some space, and he's going to hit shots all day long, lurking around the map, and you saw how much power he has available to him.
Would have been the greatest product placement of all?
Go on.
If Astralis, during their Audi sponsorship, had been forced to use the R8s.
That wouldn't be bad, yeah. Wouldn't be so beneficial for the tournament.
Probably not.
I'm sure the paycheck would be worth it.
That Dupree clutch with the Deagle.
Has to use the R8 instead of right-clicking it. It's going... Trying his best, but here's some more stats for you. Zeus. Both Zeuses. Okay, that's not going to work. They're trying to trick me now. Na'Vi Zeus, 1 frag, and Liquid Zeus from Brazil with 3 kills. We're back into the action, ladies and gentlemen. And the Krieg stays alive, Matt. You're right to point it out. He will be using it in this round. So that costs $300 more in the AK appointed, so you won't actually have a smoke going to this one. And this actually doesn't look like it's live. I don't know why we jump back into the If this is live, it's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. No, it's not. Zeus and Electronic are running out. Simple and Everett are still in spawn on the other side as well. So yeah, this should restarted. Like half of each team was playing it as if it was serious spawn control, and then half of them were sitting in spawn waiting. So
I was rambling like usual. I thought, oh god, I'm talking too much, and the round's actually started.
Missed it. Oh no!
So I jumped back in the action, and I was punished for it. But we'll be ready for round number 6. Like I said, I don't think the Krieg will be purchased. It's very rare to see that weapon come out. When you're maybe up 10-0, time to have some fun. The equivalent on the CD side is the AUG. Don't see that too often either. But it looks like we are sorted. We're ready to go momentarily. I can see the voters pass to continue the game. And it will be Electronic buying the AWP. So presumably he drops that for good old Simple. 5-0 now. There's a lead. A lot of people call him the best player in the North American region. We'll see if he can show us that today. So far, it's been Nitro that's looked like he's their hottest property. As we get into round number 6, all for simple. Same story for JDM. He's having an up and down tournament as well. Sometimes some really lights out games, and the games they struggle in, he doesn't really turn up at all.
Flamey toward underpass. Molotovs both directions. Prove to me that you're no fool. Walk across my swimming pool. His name's Flamey. He's got to be flame-proof to some extent. Flash aggression. Liquid go toward the playground, and Edward's certainly ready for it. So they're taking initiative despite the aggressive buy back into the tournament. We talked about it. They had to buy the MVP rather than Nitro picking it up and carrying it over. So this becomes costly. Liquid's by no means, despite being up 5-0, in the clear. They're giving Na'Vi a lifeline back into this with the aggression. Not even any trades going their way as Flamey now works the front side of the bathroom. Spawn will wait well back toward T-Spawn, B side of the map. And the remaining 2 players, Twist and Zeus, Brazil and Canada, will play on opposite sides of the map. Different continents, different sites.
Well, there we go. Edward completely lighting them up there, Matthew. What can you do about that? And Flamey will find the 4th kill. Zeus, I don't think he'll be touching 1v5. First round for Na'Vi, quite a clean one at that. Electronic goes down to 11 HP, and here's the replay of Edward just fending off the aggression from long. It's a nice tactic, actually, like that from Liquid, just mixing things up. It's a good time to do it. He just finished a pause and try and just change the pace completely. Doesn't really work out for them, though. Won't be a pause this time. Money. Not amazing for Liquid, believe it or not. They've had some very close rounds. That 3 versus 1 Nitro 1 obviously cost them a lot of money. Let's take a full eco here. P250s, Deagles. And no armor. 1 smoke, a flashbang. Very unlikely to win this, but we'll see what they can do. A couple of frags would be very nice, as you would say.
Very nice. Kind of like that. Electronic, waiting to see if he'll hear any footsteps. The forgotten soldier, Get Right, of the foreign land, Sweden. Used to play that position, still does. Try and catch B off some noise and information inside of B. Swedes this time around are not as many, I should say. There's obviously quite a few on Fnatic. A little bit later going against Astralis. Electronic and Flamey start off well for Na'Vi, so it could be back-to-back rounds. Should be back-to-back rounds. Just pistols for Liquid. Electronic will take down a Liege as well, trying to flash himself, or rather get flashed back out toward the water. And even though they've stacked up the B site, they'll all be found free of charge. 100 HP left on all 5 Na'Vi players. 5-2.
Quite a simple round there. In more ways than one.
I knew you were going to do it.
Round number 8. And we'll have money back in favour of Team Liquid here. It's going to be Electronic. Looking towards short there. Finding the very easy kills. Just spraying them down, not even looking at them. That's a good way to get his confidence built up, as the desk touched on. His performances in this tournament have been questionable. Some very good games and some absolute shockers. 5-2. Zeus. Liquid Zeus, that is, with just the CZ. That's been his best performing weapon, believe it or not. Great. And this is more of the same from T4 as Zeus pushes up towards short, trying to get that opening kill. Actually dinks at Electronic in the process. Can't take him down, though. Down to 8 HP.
Nitro. Swing back aggressively toward the stairs with JDM playing above him. Again, they go down a man, only just. Edward timidly will smoke off toward bathrooms. They've got smoke coming from below them as well as Flamey works up the hallway. With that smoke down, he could actually not only take advantage of the hole in the door, he could bypass the 2 players directly behind him. He's got to be so careful, though. There's a timer on this. He's aware of it because that smoke, due to dissipate, will do so now. Reading the time well. Doesn't gain as much as he might have liked from this, but him holding this position at underpass and confirming that no one was peeking out toward water. The rest of his team are going to take that to their advantage and work toward B. Interestingly enough, there's hardly anyone in the site as well. It's Twist toward jungle.
I'll remember that first pick came courtesy of Electronic, where Zeus was pushing short with the CZ. Flamey holding patiently. This is very good. It's a common rotation point for the CTs through the connector. He shuts one kill down. That's the cue for the terrorists to make their way towards the B bomb site. I'd be saving this point for Team Liquid. No reason to go for this whatsoever. Twist does find something. All of a sudden, this is quite promising now. JDM will be dropped by Flamey. It feels like they're committed at this stage. Elige might want to consider falling back. Flamey's got that huge hole in the door, going for the wall banks here, and forces them to run away and hold on to their weaponry here. Twist, especially with that low HP, can't justify going for that one. JDM made it a little bit exciting there with the kill in the connector, but still a 3-on-2, and the CTs struggling with money now. Seems like Na'Vi are really onto something. 3 rounds in a row after being down 5-0. Twist's desperate to hold on to his AK-47. You can see players triangulating towards his position.
M4.
Here it comes. Flamey probably gets it. He goes.
So Liquid, after going for the Hail Mary play after the technical, caught off, broken, battered and bruised. Not quite enough money to buy anything around Elige. Go for armor at the best case, get some utility, try and slow them down, maybe get that rifle in a better position, but... Alright, so a couple flashes. Oh, here we go. Zeus with the Zeus.
You've been waiting
Is
for it.
this it?
The moment.
Yeah.
So just to reiterate, you're going to shave your head if Zeus...
Not like
Zeus is
bold,
Zeus.
not like big shave, but like #1.
Like I had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that makes it even worse when you put it that way.
Sure. All right, well...
Where is he? I'm going to keep it locked on him. The problem is he's underpass too. This is like actually viable.
God, please tell me it's him.
You commentate. I'm just going to cross my fingers.
It's simple and Flamey to find very simple frag, at least with the M4, but that's safe in the previous round. Let's take down one, but the round should be over. But bear in mind, the protagonist of this round still alive here. Zeus, the taser in hand. If he does take down the other in-game leader of Na'Vi, get the memes ready. Prepare the barber chair. Richard Lewis will be shaving Matt's head.
Richard, what?
He's got experience.
He's
He
going to
does
like
it
cut me. As if I want to trust that man with a knife to my throat.
No one's going near your throat. It will
Zeus.
be on the
It
head.
has to be Zeus Zeusing
Yes,
Zeus.
I
It
know.
can't just be Zeus Zeusing anyone. He's fully committed to this, by the way. Look at him. He's just not even moving. He's just sitting down there. Zeus has the bomb. Surely he's not going to be the one to go. 40 seconds. In fact, he's going too long. Good. Good boy. Keep going that way. Run far, far away, Zeus. Don't pass the bomb to Simple, whatever you do.
It looks like he might be safe. Zeus is going towards long with the bomb. Tase Zeus is holding strong in connector. 5-4. Guaranteed. That's head of hair safe as well. The bomb will be planted. Quite clinical stuff there from Na'Vi. Not forcing the issue. They're waiting and seeing if there's any risk of danger. He still sits there. I'm looking over now. He's got a smile on his face. He's enjoying himself, just sat there waiting for it. There still is a bit of danger for you, Matt. As
Oh, God. Zeus is the
he's
closest
the closest
one.
player.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
please.
Oh, no.
Please, 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 please. Hurry. Oh, he's gone the other way. Check. Check connector.
Stop it. And he's going to be that guy from DreamHack Bucharest with the sign. Go B.
Oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, well, it will be a very long-winded round.
Does mean he keeps it for the next round, though.
True.
But I think he'll hold a gun. It's more viable. How does no one even look there? That's surprising to me. They know he's not saving much. He's literally saving a Zeus.
Yep.
He was that committed to it.
We'll give them a chance to use that as a timeout. They had plenty of times to chat there and work out what the players of this round. Will they be buying? Yes, they will indeed. Good shots there by the AWPer. Simple. Nothing too crazy going down. Just warming him up. Fuel for the engine. 5-4. 4 in a row now for Na'Vi. Difficult start. JDM glass cannon AWP. For anyone who's not aware, that means he buys the AWP without any armor. So he's very vulnerable to shots towards the chest, the stomach, and of course grenades. As JDM will find his first shot. Electronic offers himself up on the plate, running through the smoke, and JDM ready to pull the trigger. Welcomes him with open arms. 5-4. 12k just a note on Simple. So a very similar story for Flamey. Zeus on 8,000, so they've got money for days. It's so good on the T side. You can buy for about 3 rounds in a row with that. So there's building up cash, and Electronic goes down by himself. Let's follow his score at this point. 4 for 6, not having a farm going as of yet, but still very early days.
So M4 in hand for Zeus. He is playing close to Monster. They would not be able to meet each other again this major after this game. Maybe some slight chance in the playoffs if they both make it. Elige takes down Edward. Good response, gives them the man advantage. And he's looking for more than that, but nice reaction, Flamey. But from behind the flowers, he's anything but soft. He's going to try and hold the ball plant down default. Zeus will get in behind the truck, and Simple's watching to make sure anyone coming up from dumpster is checked off. Boost for JDM, but no one present.
Yeah.
In fact, the Molotov extending through the fence, so they spotted the boost and they killed it off. But good spot from JDM to take down Zeus. Thank you. Even though the Zeus has a Zeus, Zeus is dead.
There's going to be a lot about this game, and Flamey in the open. How is he not punished there? The refrag had to come in. JDM can't quite hit the shot, but Twist certainly will. Simple now 2 versus 1. He normally wins these. Orb versus Orb, and Simple is toying with him right now. Wants to bait out a shot, shoulder peeking it. JDM, remember, he had glass cannon. I mean, he had no kit, no armor, no nades. He just has to save here. It's going to be 5 rounds in a row for Na'Vi. Very well done, and Simple, you know he's not done just yet. He wants to take him down. JDM's aware of it. Misses the shot, and he does punished. You can see it here, the cries from across the room. Simple and Co. fist bumping and getting fired up, and not so jovial in the Liquid camp there, as you can see.
Well, the 5-0 start that's just dissolved in front of their eyes.
Into Liquid.
Evaporated into gas.
Well, there you go. There's a stat on your screen. Won 5 straight rounds in a row.
I thought you were going to say, there's a stat on your screen. Okay, thanks, Henry.
You can read it yourself. I'm not doing it. Don't pay me to read.
Oh, Liquid had such a great start, but then the economy, because they were kept so honest, fell apart. Simple back out toward long. JDM and Elige will work bathrooms together.
Scout for Elige. He does actually use his weapon more often than JDM does, believe it or not. He's quite handy with it. I don't see him causing a massive amount of damage here, but he could weaken some opponents up for the CZs to profit from. We'll see what happens here as Simple goes towards long. You can wallbang that tree if you suspect someone's behind it. There's not this time. It's going to be his counterpart, Elige, waiting on the other side. HE's towards the tree just in case. Elige thought that's a flashbang, that's why he turned away. Very slow default here for Na'Vi. Get some connector control, hits that end together. More often than not, you want to be going towards long on these sort of rounds because it's not always going to be an orb available, but there is a scout and a flashbang, not a smoke, towards the bathrooms. Could yield a frag for Twist. He certainly does, and he will go down, but Elige answers back. Nice frag, 3-on-3.
That all got awkward due to a very poorly timed flash that blinded Edward, and Twist went on it. Great shot, Elige, to follow it, but Twist definitely was smart to capitalize on that. 3 versus 3. AWP now for JDM as a result of this as well. But Nitro's alone in B for now, and he's only got a CZ. No armor to work with. Bomb planted as well. He'll know that. He'll call it. With no kits. Elige picking up an AK-47, and JDM with an AWP and armor. I can't picture them really giving this a go. They'll inquire, at least. Get a quote. They do want to go. Good trade by Elige. Committed to it. Elige will take down Electronic as well. He doesn't have armor, but it doesn't matter about aim punch because he's not getting hit. Now he will Flamey, but he's stuck on top of it. And the AWP picked up
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
He's off it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure that they had it in time.
Oh, Elige did so much work there, man. It was beautiful. You felt like that was it. The round was done, but JDM caught once again with no kit. It's Elige just hitting those headshots. AK-47 in hand, got it done. Information was there. Synergy was good. Flamey, though, 2 versus 1, died in the flames. JDM couldn't do anything about the defuse once more, but that was an eco, remember. And unfortunately, it doesn't really do much for them because now they had so much money before. Even the fact they found all 5 kills doesn't really damage Na'Vi in any way, shape, or form. You see Electronic even after reinvestment of 10k. Same story for Flamey. And that didn't really help Liquid whatsoever.
JDM at least holding the op over. Gives them a bit more to work with, but 6 straight now for Na'Vi. Didn't quite bounce all the way down toward water, but it'll bounce off the sandbag and still cover off the entry point. Electronic gets it there, so two's flaming. To check Monster. Ghost and Zeus actually don't want to do that. They're going to stay inside of the site. Good timing if anyone came in.
Liege, that's brave. I mean, that sort of push does take down Edward. Doesn't take too much damage for it. It's simple. Ready and waiting to pull the trigger. There are players at the barrels and the ramp indeed as they start to coordinate themselves back towards the B-bomb site. Electronic tagged up by JDM. He's having a difficult game, can't really get into this one so far, and it will be a B commitment from Na'Vi.
Nitro had window and was already close to B, but for some reason they thought they funneled the front bathroom, so he left the site. Good play from Zeus to take out Zeus. 4, JDM as well was already pushed around behind, but elects to rotate back the long way. This all comes down to directly inside of the site, comes down directly to Twist. Or does it? At least at their time. Low HP, but Twist doesn't realize Electronic's still out toward Monster. That said, 12 seconds, 16 HP. Not likely Electronic's able to do anything with this.
You're absolutely right there. And he's got $10,000. Doesn't really matter. Cash next round if he can take down JDM. That's really significant, but nice work. Young Josh there to pull out the pistol, finish things off with the P250, and tie things up to 6-6. Remember, they're 5-0 up. This has not been a great game since Liquid came out of the trap. Very hot indeed. Round number 13. Zeus, the coach, as we keep pushing. Great job there with the M4A4. Holds him at bay and buys time for Twist there as we get into round number 13. No double orb setup, and once again, Zeus is down to the CZ. That has been a key storyline of this game. He keeps dropping weaponry for his star players. Zeus was actually a pro player not so long ago. He was in Immortals for a while, right? I think Sao Paulo was his last event in Pro League.
ESL Pro League Season 5 Finals.
It was his last event, and it was a bit of a shocker. It wasn't surprising that he was removed, but still, it wasn't years ago he was a pro, so
that was what brought Steel back to that team.
Indeed. So some good came out of it. Steel back into the spotlight.
He replaced Showtime. Steel replaced him. Someday Scrawny's going to replace me. It'll be Henry G and Scrawny.
Is that the logical conclusion of all this?
Something's got to give.
Okay. We'll just wait for you to say that one line that goes too far.
Well, there's been a few.
Yeah, well, you're still here. Well, for now, good long control from Na'Vi. Less than a minute remaining. One smoke just to take vision away from the CTs at the very end. Launcher can be flashed through. That's a key play there. If you sense the T's are getting very close, you can see him position right there in the top left. Teammates can flash him in. You can push through the smoke and try and take one player down and use the smoke as a veil to fall back. From what I can see and execute, very likely here. We still have 3 smokes for Na'Vi. Edward just helps himself with the bombs here. Takes down 1, and that's an absolute nightmare for Twist. Nitro lets him down there. 4-on-4. But Zeus holding that CZ in hand, trying to backstab them now and get to him first. 4-on-2. Electronic and Flamey desperately trying to hold on to the round.
Could be back-to-back. Exactly what they need to boost the economy. But the first turn off. Nitro found. They'll reflash. Electronic still survives. 28 HP. Hop at his feet as well if he wants it. But Zeus is going to take down Flamey, and Electronic nowhere to go. JDM gets the kill. Liquid get the round 7-6. So back in it. Looked like they were going to fall off or fall apart after losing the 6 in a row, but they still have some fight left. Could split the half still. Na'Vi with weapons to bring up once more.
Edward once again aggressive towards long. This time gets one, but his teammates get punished with flashbacks coming through. Nitro holding strong once more. 7-6. They take the lead. This game could be quite interesting. I thought Na'Vi would completely run away with this game, but obviously that great start from Liquid have set them up quite nicely here. This will be the final buy for Na'Vi. Round number 15 won't be too strong, but that's a great start. Simple. Finding the boosted JDM. Sniper rifle above the smoke, trying to use the one-way to his advantage, but Simple greets him. And now they've got plenty of time just to get basic map control. Aim to get towards the bathrooms. Once the smoke goes down, you can flash in through it if you want to. Edward just doesn't even care about that. Straight through. Nitro once again hasn't really been changing up his playstyle. He's holding on the bomb site, hitting the shots that matter, and for now, dropping a smoke just to buy some time. Bomb still down in T steps, just to note, so don't necessarily commits towards the A bomb site, as you can see that. Edward all the way up. And And Zeus, the in-game leader of Na'Vi, gets taken down by Elige, AK-47 in hand. This is an interesting push. Great work there by the coach of Team Liquid. Great information, finds the kill, falls back, stays alive. Nicely done.
26 as a result of it as well, because Elige will take Edward. It's a 2-man advantage. Electronic goes into the B site. Zeus is pushed so far forward beyond Monster. It could be a problem. He's reacted quick. Certainly has some snap to his aim, but Electronic gets the kill, and Twist will be limited toward jungle. Gets planted as a result. Simple on the AWP. Electronic, trying to play off the smoke, has to turn his attention back. His aim prefixed upon the window and balcony position, as he would be exposed from there first, so it requires him to complete the shot before he would get challenged from anyone else. He does have a trade back. Now he will be challenged. Unfortunately, he lost Simple. It left him no option but to go aggressive. And the round to Liquid, so 8-6.
It's looking good, isn't it?
If Dan wins this, after being 2 ahead of it, I'm out. I'm done the predictions.
Well, it's looking quite good at this point. They're good keeping strong here. And this was a nice frag. This was very key to funneling them back towards that B bomb site. Elige, AK-47 in hand. Always going to do very well indeed. 3 kills in total. Electronic couldn't finish things off there. Money not too amazing for them in the final round here. UMP coming out for Zeus. 3 AKs. We see Edward with no grenades whatsoever. Simple. Still with the AWP. 12 frags for him. Certainly slowed down in terms of his overall pace. 15 for Flamey, 12 for Simple, Electronic 9, Edward 5, and Na'Vi Zeus on 3 for 11. He's had a very poor tournament as well, I have to say. Coach Zeus has got 7 kills, so he'll be rushed, and Twist will go down first.
Fast play from Na'Vi to end the half. Had to go fast as well because they had to buy in everything available to them. Not a full buy, but good enough. Edward will take out Zeus. Nitro gonna rotate back around, try and get inside of the site. In fact, go for the boost with Elige for information. They've got the plant down. Zeus behind the bags on 12 HP. A nade would do if they had one ready. Nitro does, but he's the man boosting Elige, so we can't quite throw it right now. The longer you sit and commit to this, the less time you're actually pushing. Try and take matters into their own hands. They'll go now as a result of it. Tom to Sandbags first to hold them out. Good shot. Electronic Elige down. Nitro as well to Flamey. And round surely done. It's a 1 versus 5 for JDM.
Yes.
Fair enough. Goes in, all out, but 8-7 at the end of the half.
Yeah, not really much they could do about that one as a contact B play from Na'Vi. Twist, I have to say, for all the praise he's been getting for how strong he's been in this Liquid roster, which is absolutely true. He has been phenomenal since he joined the team, but this has been a very poor map for him. He's holding that B-bomb site. He doesn't seem to be trading effectively or hitting the shots in the back. He finishes the half on, I think, 5 kills total for Team Liquid, so that was a key problem for them. After going up 5-0, it will end up 8-7 in favour of Team Liquid. They still win the half, but remember now, things switch over. Na'Vi go on the more favoured side, the counter-terrorists, and this pistol will be very important indeed. Liquid obviously won it in the first half and found the 3-0, then the 5-0. Na'Vi came to life with, I think, 5 rounds in a row of themselves. Indeed, it was 6, and then they got the last round there. So there's Elige discussing with his team. He finishes with 18 kills, 8 deaths. Always a solid performer. Sometimes he's godlike.
Highest rated North American player. Is he the only North American player in the HLTV top 20?
I wouldn't even say, I don't know.
Might have been, I can't recall myself. Certainly was up there. So Zeus and Zeus comparisons again, 7-4 in terms of kills. That favors Brazilian Zeus. So slow start for Mr. Na'Vi.
Yeah, not ideal. Both 30 years old, the old boys. You like to see that. To get into the first round of the second half. There will be smoke, 2 flashbangs, no upgraded pistols on the T side for Team Liquid. A defuse kit for Na'Vi Zeus and 2 flashbangs. As they go towards connector, could open the door and find Simple. He'll drop down from that boost. Elige will connect to control, looks towards the bathroom, doesn't spot anything, but he certainly does get spotted. He'll know that he's been seen from the A-bomb site and just go to look in every single corner here towards long.
Edward will watch frontside bathrooms. Thought he spotted a flash, realizes that there's some decoys involved. One was a flash, and dodging the time, but Simple doesn't lose his vision. He's able to take a lead. Fully blinded, Edward just starts to get vision back, and it's soon enough, because he'll take down JDM Twist as well, and we're back to 8-8 with momentum in favor of Na'Vi.
Very similar pistol to the first half, you remember. Liquid shutting down the A approach from Na'Vi in a very similar fashion, headshots across the board. And Liquid try a very almost mirror approach that as they go in and get completely wrecked. Almost in the exact same fashion. 8-8. Na'Vi win the pistol, no bomb planted. So just a force buy. We're coming in from Team Liquid here. Deagles, CZs. And they haven't actually gone all in on the armor. Elige, Nitro, and JDM. Just getting Deagles or PT50 for JDM and trying to keep the money strong. It makes sense. If you're going to get a 1 Deag, it's unlikely you'll take any bullets at the very start. As Elige might show you now. Edward falls back. No need to force the issue here. Takes an A to the face. He's got one of the M4s. They're high value targets there. And we'll take down Nitro and try and survive here, which he does. Down to 30 HP. JDM upgrades to the Deagle.
Edward will wait Covey side of long A. Elige, Deagle in hand, starts to find out what's going on inside of the bathrooms. Fair play. Flamey takes down Zeus. So 2 down to the price of none. Edward's going to wait near the sign. Walk in. Crossfire potential was Simple, who's behind the truck. Quick spot of Zeus showing back at the site. Edward's on 30, by the way, so he could potentially get caught out. More so now because Simple was playing with him to support that position to strengthen it. Swing wide, find Elige. Should still. There's a question mark on that. Or is there? Zeus gets back in position, takedown twist, 9-8. A couple good shots in there with the Deagles, though.
They do manage to take the 2-0. Yeah, decent shots there, but Team Liquid can't get the bomb down. And it does mean they'll take a full eco here. Pressure starting to get to them now. Gun rounds is when they'll have a chance to fight back. But for now, objective will just be maybe squeeze out a bomb plant. Stick together, try and trade 1 frag, maybe 2. And the upgraded weapon is Twist with Deagle. Nice rock boost to Nitro. Nice little double hop there. Doesn't do too much for him with the Glock, but we'll see what he
keep
do.
going.
Edward.
Just gets him dead first.
Yeah. Well, Simple. Chopping at the bit to get involved in this one. You'll find Zeus and maybe a couple more. The MP9 against unarmored opponents. Sure, it won't have much range, but it still will do a lot of damage there. Receive a lot of damage as well. Goes down to 21 HP. Trying to get his confidence after the in-game leader of Na'Vi, Zeus. Poor game so far, but finds a few frags there. And JDM, the last remaining, with a Glock in hand, hoping to outposition them. Maybe find the aforementioned Zeus on low HP, which he will not. Zeus is aware, takes him down. They find double digits first, and they're on the CT side, remember. This is where things start to become a little bit worrying for Team Liquid. Didn't fully commit to the force buy, remember, so they can afford an AWP and more grenades than usual, so they have the Molotovs, the smokes, flashbangs, and, of course, the AK-47s.
So tack timeout number 1 for Na'Vi.
Yeah, they just won the round. So I guess this is what we call the bonus round. So they SMGs, one of which is an MP9 and an MP7, as for Edward and Flamey respectively. And they can now either opt something like get 2 players in towards connector, or push up top middle with a flashbang, push off short, something like that. You don't want to hold up in a default with SMGs really, especially not on overpass. You'll get beaten in range and it'll be difficult to make those work. So I would suggest trying to get in there, maybe pushing a certain choke point and finding 1 frag, upgrading one of those SMGs to an AK, falling back and stopping Liquid for any sort of tactic or set piece they had in mind. But I'm sure Liquid will be aware of this prospect and they'll be holding up in a very methodical defensive default at the very start of the round. It'd be a massive oversight from them to allow those MP7s to get in range of finding a kill at the very start of the round. Have a look though, might not happen. Edward with the MP9 does go towards middle, but flashed off. They will fall back.
Simple with him. So MP9 and AWP. Very different approaches. Simple forced back almost to the side. He's actually going to swing around, take the inside of the bathrooms with smoke down in front of him outer. Bait Edward in. Tough angle to bait him into, truthfully. To spot him, there's not much depth to that corner. They'll jump out to long, though. Twist already on top of the flower pot. So smoke it off with no information in that direction. Flamey's going to rotate back over early as well. It's all due to the fact that Edward and Simple have heard so much activity at Long A. Triple boost. All right, got to get to the corner, though. You walk off the top guy, you're almost moving. They're not quite far enough forward.
Cancel that.
They have to get closer to the pillar in order to do it.
It was actually Na'Vi that used to do most of those boosts, so...
Yep, with Guardian.
Give me a taste of their own medicine, but can't quite pull it off, I'm afraid.
And with that one, you would be able to see that, well, you can wall bang toward the dumpster. Is the intention. Wall bang this time. Flamey traded out, but Zeus lines up, backs off. Still being stared down, turns around and realizes, hold on, it's on fire behind me. I'm on 9 HP, nowhere to go, just has to wait it out. Waits it out correctly. Takes down Elige as well. It's just Electronic with an MP7. He's behind them.
He is indeed, and somehow comes out on top of that. Not too much range on the MP7. JDM was thinking about going towards B. There doesn't have time. Good Molotov. That'll force him out of position. He can just get towards the bank though. So JDM, AK-47 in hand this time. Electronic has got a kit and a smoke. He throws it towards the bank and defuses. It's over. Wants to play. Just throws it on top of the bomb. He'll probably touch the defuse.
Not quite there. So this will be obvious, but MP7 and he clutches it. That's incredible.
Go and find that orb. It'll be around there somewhere. There it is. Yeah, really well done by Electronic. So yes, you're right. The smoke didn't land on the bomb, but it made it the sound cue. JDM hears that. When he hears the defuse coming in, he's like, well, I don't know what's happening here. I might not be able to stop this. So he has to face Electronic reading that situation well. Did Zeus have head armor? He did indeed. He had, he had 58 HP. So that's what meant he went down to very quickly there. JDM baited out. Electronic stepping up in a very key round there. Is the failed stack map. So you're right, you have to be in that very corner by the pillar, correct?
Twist has to walk to the other side of Nitro, essentially.
Yes.
And then if you get up on the pillar, because you're on the third man up, you're always moving, so you have to push yourself into an object.
If you're going to do that in a big official game of the Major, you'd think that'd be well practiced. That would be like a lock-in.
Yep.
Sort of play you wouldn't risk taking if you weren't 100% sure. Either way, Zeus down to the CZ once again. Difficult buy here. JDM actually hurting himself as he dropped down the ladder there. Bit of a blunder against the M4s. I don't think that makes him one-tap potential, but still not ideal. As we get into round number 20 here. Really stressful round for Team Liquid. Looks like they'll just go for an execute off the back. You can see him lining up smoke towards the A bomb site. Use that toilet sign. They've actually put the spray on the sign to actually line up there. Yeah, I think they've done that on purpose, definitely.
Yeah, they've put the graffiti to take away the cue of where to throw it from.
So
they still haven't done right. I think Elige did it the first half too, and we didn't have time to mention it, but simple. Going back for more. Twist tagged down to 2 already. And the graffiti certainly had an element in that regard. Simple with one and only one. Is able to sneak around behind. Twist, with flames at the feet of Zeus, is able to take him down quite quickly. Flames thrown by Nitro, who now finds Edward, and they've got the advantage. Effective, but it is Electronic yet again, this time with an M4. Bomb is planted, he can see it, but it doesn't really bode well in the fact that he also has to find the 2 remaining players. Twist up 2 HP, mind you.
Spots him.
Need to play for trades.
Twist is going to line up, and JDM! Oh my god, they actually give him the round there. They could have waited. Nitro tried to back him up as best he could.
I need to see Nitro's POV, because that spray wasn't clean from Electronic either.
Yeah, that's not great. Well, Electronic back-to-back clutches there. After doing such good work with the MP7, it's simple to open things up with the AWP. Liquid, though, fighting back and doing everything they could. Bomb was down. They had the advantage. They pushed towards CT spawn, and Electronic gifted the opportunity for them both to line up. And Nitro, you'd think he'd hit that shot. That's unfortunate for him. 12-8, and Team Liquid, the bomb going down. And being a maximum loss bonus right now, they can still absolutely buy here, but they'll take a pause just to work out what in God's name is going on in some of these clutches, and Zeus doesn't look too happy about it.
Certainly not. I mean, Liquid have definitely had a chance in this game. You can't just write them off and say, oh, Zeus is playing, you know, Navi's better, da-da-da-da-da. They've already made their goal of top 16. Liquid's in this. But it's a few mistakes. Economically, in the first half, you could argue, and then the reason not being able to trade on Electronic there. And Navi will extend the lead by 4 rounds now. Total of 12. JDM back onto an AWP immediately. Elige leads on 19 for his team. Tied for the overall lead with Flamey.
Indeed. Another set piece, I would say, with the small buy they've got. They are going to be going for a fast push, and Simple ready and waiting to just jump off. Goes down to 33 HP. He is a tempting fate right now, but he's not done just yet, it seems. He wants to find another shot. Ooh. Can't quite nail it. Get the chance.
33 HP. He's got to be careful.
Ooh,
Retake
Zeus.
position. Zeus down through the wall. Nitro hits the shot. Simple was jumping across at the same time, so that could have easily had his name on it. Good response from Nitro. A little bit of luck, but they'll take it. I thought Simple was a goner when they almost got stuck on the boost. Speaking of boost, they're now going to put electronic up to spot toward the doorway. So still there. About there, but not quite. Safe side of the spam. Mr. Van Dolken will wait.
Van Dolken the Magnificent, as we like to call him.
Just you.
Just me. But 45 seconds remaining. They have got somewhat of an advantage here. The 4-on-4 suddenly favours the terrorist forces. Simple with the AWP. I'll do what they can here, but 30 seconds remaining. Only Simple. I take it back. I think he's boosted at the back of the B side, so he'll be looking just to find one kill, drop down, and deny that plant. And watch out for him as they make their way towards Monster.
Simple to go for the boost on the retake. Try and look for the information. Smoke down top site. Has to back off, so they're going to save this early. Going to make that call very early, in fact. So money's still limited. They've got money for electronic for Simple, but the three others, not quite so much. So build it up, build up the bank. It'll only bring this down to a 3-round lead, which is still significant. 4 staying alive for Liquid as well after what will be a 5 straight rounds, a string of 5 rounds for Na'Vi.
Yes. Well, Na'Vi will keep the 3 weapons up. It's Simple, the AWP, Edward, and Electronic on the M4A4s. Looks like they'll be pretty safe to keep those. No, Liquid can't really push too heavily on this Hunter mission to take any of them down. Their money is very low, as you can see on the scoreboard there. Number 22, and double AWP setup comes up for the first time. Flamey and Simple. Combination we've seen before in this tournament. This will be quite the harsh reset for Liquid. Need to be very careful here. It won't be devastating. They'll probably still buy into the next round. If they do lose it, especially if the bomb goes down. It won't be ideal by any stretch of the imagination. The first time they've been tested against these double AWPs. Give Simple the chance to be a little bit more chaotic. He can go for more audacious picks at the very start of each round. We'll see if that comes to fruition. He's certainly in the connector. JDM looks to get aggressive as well. Simple's going to hit that all day long. So does Flamey. 5 versus 3 before the round even kicks off. Well then, that's a gap.
That's a massive gap. And a shadow. And a lineup. Zeus down.
Is that by design? Do you think that...
I don't know. Certainly good recognition.
I would assume that's a T-sided smoke. I'm not sure. That would be weird. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe he just did throw it out the lineup.
I didn't catch it actually being thrown. I was going to say if it wasn't by design or if he didn't throw it, normally look back on that. But
the T's might throw that smoke at the very start to go for a contact play and just walk through it and flash in.
Sure. I was going to say good recognition either way. But yeah, I didn't catch who threw that actually.
If it is something he's lined up and he knows how to throw that, that's sick.
C'est parfait.
Yeah. You can see the shadow there as well, and you have the gap. Like, there's so much info down there. Nitro thought he'd be caught out there, but he does manage to find the kill.
Well, it gives information to Flamey. Mistimes, actually, when he unscopes. Still hits the shot on Nitro. Tagged ever so slightly, down to 74, but it's a Liege. 1 versus 4.
Be careful.
Find out first. Yeah, I'm going to say, Simple's not one to go passive, though, is he? He'll stay aggressive. 13 rounds now for Na'Vi. 4 people did stay alive, but the money is very limited for Liquid. They could still... Bomb plant pending, they could still force and justify it.
Yeah, I think they will. I think it's worth it because you can now reset Na'Vi, give them the same sort of treatment. They've bought an AK so far. They've given it to Nitro, so they might just get upgraded pistols and do a similar sort of round we saw Na'Vi do in the first half with Simple.
More than that.
Well, they're all in. So forget all that. They're going for it. It makes sense. You can't allow Na'Vi to pretty much close out this game already, so they're going to try and answer back in this round. It pretty much decides everything here. 2 AKs, CZs, PT-50.
It was a CT-sided smoke.
So he did throw that one at the start. I'm not sure he threw it like that. We don't know.
But he recognized it.
Yeah.
Cool thought to try and utilize it.
I'm going to stay on his screen for now, see if he throws it again. Oh, this.
Well, he's thrown,
short, so forget about that.
He's lobbed his at short as soon as we got there.
Rushing.
Speaking of short and speaking of Monster, comparing the two, he's left it open, which means Flamey missing a shot on the AWP. They've got to be careful. Electronic, though. This smoke also favors him. He gets behind the bags between the smoke. He finds 2 on the site directly, drops the bomb temporarily. It's down to just Nitro. And unfortunately for him, even his best efforts couldn't do much. He's been, again, phenomenal this event, but shut down very quickly. He and Elige leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else.
Absolutely, that's going to leave the scoreline at 7-1. And like we said, that was an all-in moment for Team Liquid. Now even more so, 14-9. They got $2,000 per player. Electronic, perfectly positioned. He threw out smoke in front of him this time. The smokes from him have been tremendous, as he managed to get another 3K there. It's been one of his better games, absolutely. So what's the play here? I'm assuming a timeout will come in. It will indeed. There's Electronic on your screens right there. The new signer for Team Na'Vi from Flipside. Seas went to Flipside. They did not do very well in this tournament. They were in the initial 24 teams. And when I was 0-3, I believe, I don't believe that team will be around for much longer. I think I said at the end of that game, their last one, that was probably the last time we'll see that Flipside team as its current complexion. But a timeout for Team Liquid here. 14-9. They will force buy. I can confirm that. Spoiler alert. CZs and a P250. They've got smokes, flashbangs, and a Molotov. I would say a B execution straight away would be their best bet here. The only way they're going to get any sort of map control is by deploying smokes, the Molotovs and barrels, flash over. That'd be my call at least. They will be heading towards middle to see if they can maybe get close to the bathrooms again and try that particular area.
Zeus. CZ. Push up. Smoke down. We're talking through it. Not likely he'll get any more aggressive. Might actually, though. They spot up good read, though, as he reacts to Nitro. They could swing back, but if they do, they go by Zeus. He was ready, I guess. Didn't quite hit it, but Zeus has turned it around. Zeus from Liquid, at least, gets 2 kills. Flamey's there, though. And with he and Electronic remaining, it goes to 15 rounds for Na'Vi.
15 indeed. That spells match points and dark times for Team Liquid, I'm afraid. They'll have to force buy here once again. A great start, remember, they were up 5-0, but ever since the gun rounds began, Na'Vi were on the chase in the second half. It's been a very one-sided affair. Scouts, Deagles, CZs, not looking too good. That's a recipe for disaster, if you ask me. Have a look at Twist caught up. He managed to get 11 frags, one more than his coach, Team Zeus, but he is supposed to be one of the star players of this team. This has been a very quiet game for Twists. They want to make it out this stage of the tournament. He's going to have to step up. They won't be out of this game. They'll be in the 1 and 2 bracket. Na'Vi go to 2 and 1. You need 3 wins to go to legend status. Okay, so that's looks like he was right there for smoking. There's nothing particular about the lineup. I think it might have been Molotov down before he gave him that gap, but it was still quite cool at the time.
Glad you liked it.
Really enjoyed it.
Do you enjoy the double op?
Right now I do, against pistols, yeah. Why not? Get stuck in.
Get stuck over. 16-9, potentially?
Yeah, almost certainly at this point. It's going to take JDM and that scout to find some amazing opening picks. Headshots required.
So not all the rounds then.
All the rounds, probably not happening. But they will go towards B. That's what I wanted to see in the previous round. Smoke in. So there's a unit, but Flamey is there. It's difficult to get that flash and Electronic baited in at this point. This is going to be so perfect. Check it.
Just the first one, but now he's got the lineup. Oh, I thought he might get the ace to finish it off. Won't quite. Gets out the sight, goes up with one, looking for the last. The last is found instead by simple 16-9. Na'Vi will go 2 and 1. Liquid will survive at 1 and 2. Remember, both teams defeated big to meet 1-on-1, but they'll both play some more.